Hola, mi amigos. Hold on, I gotta readjust because that might be kind of dark. Let me just sit like this. There we go. That's better. Yeah, that's good. Sorry, I had to readjust, and if I knew how to edit, and then I would have edited that whole part out. But whatever. So I, I know. Every time I have a thought of the week, it's a long time that I haven't done one, but it's only when a thought comes to my mind, I'm like, oh, because the thought. So my thought of the week, which is in the title, but you know, so I'm gonna say it's about. Oh, sorry, I had a brain fart. It's about traditions or being traditional, that kind of stuff. So to start off, um, some some traditions, they're okay, they're fine, understandable, doesn't need to be changed. But some traditions I find are absolutely ridiculous in that they are either unfair or they're uncalled for or they're rude or they're not polite or just they don't make sense. Like for example, and this isn't a bash to any particular person or people that in general. I just don't think this tradition should be a thing anymore because I'll say this that I technically at my wedding I broke this tradition. The how at weddings, the bride and groom, and their bridesmaids and the groomsmen all sit at a table, and if they have a significant other, they got to sit at whatever other table. Which, if that, which, because if your significant other knows other people, so like say like, you know, those that bridesmaid or that groomsman knows other people, knows like, oh, I know them, so I'm okay sitting there. Then it's like whatever. But if they know no one except maybe one person in the team plus the bride and the groom, then like that's unfair that they should be sitting with random people that they don't know. Like, unless they're okay with it. Whatever. But if they're not, if they're uncomfortable with it, then it's just like, no. Like, at my wedding, how we had it that, it's me and my wife, and we had, bridesmaids and groomsmen, and if they had a significant other, so, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, fiance, they could sit with them. We made room at our table for them if they had family. And if they had kids, they'd sit off to the side. But close by, so, they could be like, oh, I see ya. Making sure you're being proper enough over there. So, it's like, whatever. And I personally believe that's how it should be. Not this whole, oh, basically it's like a class thing. It's like only the people that are in the party, the bridegroom party, whatever, can be there. For dinner. Like for like pictures and stuff. Of course it makes sense, they go off to the thing, they come back, whatever. But for dinner, for the reception, they're sitting down, like, it just, to me, it doesn't make sense, especially when, like I said, that person that's, the significant other isn't part of the party, doesn't know anybody, and is having to sit with random people they don't know, especially if they have, anxiety, some mental issue, whatever, that makes it harder for, like, they're like very uncomfortable, and they communicate properly, and blah 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 blah, and all that jazz. And so that's just one tradition that I feel like it doesn't. I don't feel like, especially in nowadays, that tradition should be abolished. It doesn't make sense, or it should be at least altered somewhat to a certain extent. It should be only in certain circumstances, kind of dealio. I think. I don't know. another tradition that I another thing. That's a lot of wedding traditions. Sorry, but another thing that like it didn't bother me. Well, it's not really a tradition, but that the well, actually, technically it is. I get it. I'm not saying it should be abolished. What I'm saying, it shouldn't be like forced. That because not bad. It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, you know, you understand why I want to say it. How the best man picks for the. In some ways, it's like whatever. But some best men pick for the groom what they do, and sometimes it's okay. You know, as long as they're like they respect the groom's like I don't want this, I don't want that, blah blah blah. But like for me, and this isn't it wasn't a bad thing. It was like whatever thing. I still enjoyed myself, but like when it was a really bizarre, different, I'll say, bachelor party ever. Like it was just me, my cousin, and a friend of mine and we went to go see X-Men Apocalypse, and I paid for myself and my cousin. So the best man couldn't be there because he didn't live where I live. So like in the town I live in, so he couldn't come anyways. And it was alright. It's like whatever, you know. I still enjoyed myself. I really liked the movie. I felt like it was the best X-Men movie. So I was like whatever. So, but like, I feel like I somewhat feel like sometimes the girls should have more. Like if they're like they want to pick their own what they do, they should have an option too. And they're like, you know what? I don't know what to do. You want to go? You want to pick? Go right ahead. That might happen. You know, I don't know, but like I just feel like people go with tradition more often than not. They're like, oh, it's tradition, so we have to do it. It's like, no, just because it's tradition doesn't mean you need to do it. To a certain extent, like I said, some traditions, you know, it has, of course, you know, it's okay, good, gotta do it to keep the balance of things. But some traditions, I feel like they don't need to be a thing anymore, or at least not to the extent they are now. I've been thinking about this for quite a while now, and I was just like, you know what? I think I have enough thought process in my head that I can make it into a thought of the week. Because sometimes I have thoughts, and they're only like very brief, and it's not enough. It could be like maybe a minute, and that's like that's not enough. Like this is already like 8 minutes long, and I'm sorry, if you've watched this far, thank you. If you haven't, not a big deal. Like I've said in the past, I don't make these videos because, like I'll be like, oh, if you don't watch it, I'll be the saddest person ever. Oh no, you need to watch, like forceful, like some YouTubers are like, oh, like they're almost forceful. But if I'm happy if people watch these and they gain something from it, or they want to converse, they want to input something and stuff like that. So I just kind of do it just to get my thoughts out there, that kind of stuff. So, I think that is it for the thought of the week. Like more than likely, because it usually happens that more things will pop in my head, but later and I'm like, dang it, I should have said in the video, and I didn't. But whatever, if that happens, not a big deal. All right, well, like I said, I think that is it. So, yeah. Adios, amigos.